Hello, English C1000E. It's me, Professor Brown, and I'm welcoming you to Fall 2025. I forgot. I almost said spring, guys. I almost said spring. All right, so let's take a look and look at our homepage because the way that I organize our class may be different than another teacher's, okay? So we have home pages. So let's take a look at one. Let me share my screen. Okay, and here I am sharing my screen. Let me make it bigger. And this is our home page. Okay, so when you open up our class, let's go to the dashboard. So when you go to the dashboard, you'll open up our class and it's English C1000E. And if you notice, it says this English C1000E course has required Zoom sessions. That's right, guys. There are required Zoom sessions, at least 3 of them. So this is our homepage. So go ahead and read the homepage. Here's a welcome message from me telling you what we're going to uh, be thinking about, what our subject is. Our subject is the mind, right? Mindfulness, meditation. How do we think? Does it affect us? Yes, we're getting down with that. So we're going to read some scientific stuff. We're going to read some short stories and we're going to read some memoirs. And guess what, guys? You don't have to buy anything. Wait, let me stop share for a second. You don't have to buy your books. I'm going to provide the links. What? Zoom, zoom, zoom. All right, guys. So I'm providing the links for the things that I want you to read. And I want you to read the documents that I am giving you. I want you to quote from the documents I am giving you. I want you to use the page numbers from the documents that I am supplying for you. Okay. So the only thing that you have to worry about, the only effort that you have to worry about, you don't have to worry about buying the books, right? You just have to worry about growing and learning, okay? And getting what it is that you want out of this course. So let's go back to our homepage. I don't want to make this video too long for you. I think I should make multiple videos. Wait a minute, what did I do with it? Oh my gosh, I can't, oh, here it is, okay. So here we are, and this is our home page, and I'm going to do it in student view. So this is what it's going to look like for you. Okay. And here you will see recent announcements. So I'm going to make videos for you and I'm going to pop those videos up in this recent announcement area. Okay. So maybe if you have a question and I try to type it out for you and it's still, it's confusing, then, we decide that you want me to make you a video, then yeah, man, I will make videos for you. And this is where I'm going to put them in the recent announcements. So to do, this is what you got to do, right? So notice you have some assignments. Welcome. This is your home page. So I want you to look at your home page. So it's on your to-do list, right? A getting to know you discussion. Accept the syllabus. All you have to do is type your name in the box for this one and you pass, you get a complete, right? And a diagnostic essay, okay? We'll come back to the diagnostic essay. Sign up for mindful sessions, right? All you got to do is choose a few dates. Student survey, right? This is just a survey. This is about you. Okay. And a syllabus quiz. So I want to make sure that you read the syllabus because it's very important. All right. That's going to be our contract. So you learn, you grow, you show it to me, and you pass the course, right? You got to write a college level essay as well and show me your reading comprehension. And we're going to do it all bit by bit. So let's go back to this homepage. We have a welcome message. Please read that welcome message. And we have academic coaches and Zoom sessions, okay? So after the first week, you will meet with your academic coach. So this first week, I want you to be with me. Okay, I want you to talk to me. I want us to form our relationship together as teacher and student, that we are co-creating this class together, you and I. So we're going to have some Zoom sessions, and I want to meet each and every one of you, okay? Each and every one of you. I want to meet in the Zoom sessions, right? Let me stop share for a second. I'm going to tell you who I want to meet in the Zoom sessions. I'm going to go here for a second, and I am going to leave student view. And let me see, who do I want to see in the Zoom sessions? Okay. These are the folks. I want to see Samantha. I want to see Izzy. I want to see Angelica. I want to see Diego. I want to see Kalina. I want to see Brandon. I want to see Brandy. I want to see Shane. I want to see Lisbeth. I want to see Raphael. I want to see Safan. I want to see Renia. I want to see Alan and Tyler and Estefania and Exodus and Tony and Ruthba and Sareen and Samantha and Andrew and Miss Unique and Donna, David, Lonnie, Alyssa, I want to see you, Valerie, Jesus, Nicole, oh, there's two of us, Nicole, I want to see you, Renisha, and Genesis. In the beginning, there was Genesis. Okay, so I want to see each and every one of you in these Zoom sessions. Okay, so let me go back and share my screen. So I'm sharing my screen again, and let me make it big. So now I want to see everybody in the Zoom sessions. And these are your assignments. These things are due August 25th. Okay. So you should log in at least twice and have these easy assignments complete by August 25th. Okay. So again, you have a syllabus quiz. Make sure you read the syllabus. Sign up for mindful sessions. Okay. Let's click on that one. Okay, so sign up for mindful sessions, right? These are your sessions with me. Okay, so there are 16, I believe, 16 dates. I could be wrong because I'm not good at counting, but there's a whole bunch in September and a whole bunch in October and only 3 in November. And there are 4 Sundays. There are 4 Sundays. There are 4 Sunday sessions. So if you can't come to my office hours, you can't come to a Zoom session, you on a Friday, then you can come to one on a Sunday. So I want to see each and every one of you. So let's go back home and let me click on student view again with the to-do list there. So now you have accept the syllabus. Take a look at that. That goes with the syllabus. Getting to know you discussion, right? Well, let's click on it. Oh, okay. Let me leave student view because you can't see it until it opens. So this is what the getting to know you discussion looks like. Oh yeah. So what I want you to do is I want you to answer these questions, the discussion prompts. Okay. What's your major? What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? What's your dream destination? Tell me. I want to know. Mine has changed over and over again, right? Right now, I want to go to Sicily and I want to go to Japan. Those are my dream places. Tell me something awesome about you. What do you want to get out of this course? Why are you here? Why you want to get out of this course, right? How do you deal with situations where there's no right or wrong answer, with ambiguity? Because your educational career is going to be filled with ambiguity. Sometimes there's not an answer, and I know it can be frustrating. But how do we deal with that? Sometimes we have to make our own answer, right? Like in English, we are writing our thoughts out. All right. And what do you think about meditation? So I want you to answer those prompts and I want you to answer them by August 20th. Okay. And then I want you to go through and respond to your classmates, right? So I want you to find two people, two, due, Two people. I want you to look at two of your classmates' responses, and I want you to give them a comment, some feedback. I want you to talk to each other, right? Because we are going to be talking to each other through the discussions all semester long. So be there for each other, okay? So first, you have to submit, right? And so everybody can read what everyone has written, so we can start having that discussion and meet each other, get to know each other. Okay. So let's go back home. Guys, I'm not going to put it on student view again because then I'll open an assignment and it won't open and you'll be like, oh, how come it doesn't open? Okay, so essay one, the diagnostic, right? This is about you. I need to know who you are. Okay. So in order for me to help you with your writing and to help you grow, to help you learn as a person, right? Because that's a, a part of this whole journey. We're on a journey. Life is a process. This is just one area or one little pit stop, a little blink in your life journey. Okay. So I want you to watch this video to learn how to submit. Okay. And I want you to write to me what you think an essay is. I want an essay. Okay. An essay. And this is the essay prompt. Okay. I want you to respond to these questions. Why did you decide to attend college and what are your educational goals? Why did you decide to attend college and what are your educational goals? That's what I want your essay one to be about. Okay. And here's some learning materials. These are giving you some hints, right? So start your essay with a sentence that explicitly responds to the prompt. Okay. So, yeah, incorporate the prompt into your response. Double space, right? Choose 3 or 4 points that you want to write about. Okay. See if you can write several sentences about those points. Describe as much as possible, right? And don't judge it. Just let it flow. It's a diagnostic. Okay. You get the points by doing it, by turning it in. Whatever you got, turn it in. Okay. So do this so I can see you, so I can know who you are, so we can talk to each other. I've written all this stuff to you. You guys are seeing who I am, right? So I got to see who you are. I want to. I want to get to know you. And now we have some assignments that are for the end of the semester. Okay. So these assignments underneath here are due November 21st, and these will always be on each and every home page. So this course requires 8 hours of lab. If you didn't notice, there are two numbers. You have two course numbers. You have 71084 and 71085. Okay. So you have your lecture and you have your lab. So I want 8 hours of lab activities. And part of your lab activities can be coming to mindful sessions with me. Okay. Those count as 2 hours of lab. So let's take a look. You have all semester. And you could go, oh, I can't get to campus. How am I going to get to campus and do anything? Right? You can do Delta College activities that are online. Okay. Why do I want you to do this? Well, when we read academic retention, that's one of our texts, okay, that I will have a PDF for you, you will understand because the more you participate with your school, the more successful you as a student will be. Okay, so that means that you'll successfully complete your courses, successfully complete whatever it is that you're going for, your goal. Okay, so if you can't, well, you could do them all with me if you want. Or you can do, go here, Delta College calendar of events, tells you all the events and all the things that are online. You could go to Mustang Athletics. Yeah, you could root on the Mustangs. Go, Mustangs, go, go, go. Get them, go. Okay, we're winners. All right, let me stop. Okay, so you guys know that your teacher's nuts. All right, so here you go. Delta College Center for the Arts. We got the arts. We got plays. We got music. We got dance. We have the arts. Okay, the arts are beautiful. The arts, the arts are a way that the universe expresses itself. All right. So associate students of Delta College, those are the clubs. Okay, or run for the president of all the students or something like that, right? Get involved, okay? Join a club, okay? That counts. Clubs and organizations, library workshops. You could go to a library workshop. They got plenty of workshops online and they will give you a certificate, okay? So there's so many things that you can do for your lab hours. Let's go back home. We're going home. I'm going home. Okay, and one-on-one tutoring with your academic coach. You haven't met your coach yet. So this is you can go and take a look at this if you want. It's not going to be open for you yet, but you have to meet with your coach. You must. It's imperative. It's mandatory, at least twice. Okay. And I want a screenshot of you and your coach together, and I want to know what you talked about with your coach in each session. What assignments did you go over? What questions did you ask? How did your coach help you? I want to know. Okay. And so those things are due November 21st, 2025. So you have all semester to do these things. Okay. And so here's some readings. Here's some readings. What? You got to read? Yes, I want you to read. I want you to read this week. So you have these assignments to do and you have some reading. Okay, do your reading. I'm going to give you the reading the week before for the assignments that are going to come up. So, and when you're reading, I want you to annotate. And what's annotating? Oh, well, annotating, I was going to show, well, let me just go grab it really quick, guys. I'm grabbing my book. I'm getting it. I'm grabbing my book. Okay. Let me stop share. So when you're reading, you're going to have your PDF, right? And I want you to annotate it. I want you to, if you can, print it out. Maybe you can write on it with your technology. Okay. But if you can see here, I have highlighted my text and I underline things and I write on the side. Let's look at more, right? I write the reason that I've boxed things. I put little tablets on places. Look, I make an arrow and then I write down on the side the reason that I've chose this particular text, right? And I'm not going to tell you what I wrote here because we're going to talk about this. This is one of your PDFs that I'm going to give you, and you're going to read God Has Assholes for Children. So this is a very good chapter within this book, Fresh Off a Boat by Eddie Huang. I love Eddie Huang. Okay, so let me go back. Let me share my screen. Go back. So I want you to annotate. So how to create a digital journal. I want you to go and look at this module. Start here where it says notebook journal. Okay, read the stuff, go through this, take your time, do a little bit every day, right? And then next, right? And I made a video about journaling and annotating. Check it out. Oh my God, look at how little bit of gray hair I have there. I was so young. And an in-depth look at a journal, right? Here's some example journals. Here's the think aloud checklist. Let's take a look at this think aloud checklist for a second. Right? So if you can't think about what you want to say about your document or about your reading or about the text that we're reading, these are sentence frames and they help you to think about what it is you're reading. So you could predict, you can picture, you can question, like, I wonder, why did they? You can make connections. This reminds me, you can identify a problem, summarize, use fix-ups, and we'll get into more detail about this later. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, so I want you to go through that module, okay? And all you have to do is click on the module right there, okay? And I want you to read your syllabus. This is super important because this is where all the information is. Okay, here are my office hours. Okay, my in-person office hours and my Zoom office hours. Here's my Zoom link so you can hook up with me for my office hours, right? I prefer you send me Canvas messages because the Canvas tells me exactly who you are, what class you're from. I don't have to guess. Okay. I prefer that rather than Delta email. Okay, so here's another welcome message from me. This is the course description. Here's my description. Here's the required text. Look, I'm giving you PDFs. Here's some materials that you need to get. This is our class culture, right? We're going to talk to each other in the same way that we expect to be spoken to. We're going to love each other and be generous with each other with our feedback and with our active listening. Okay. Assignments, right? Here are the assignments that you're going to do, right? No chat AI. Don't use chat AI to write anything in this course because this is a writing course. And I want you to use your imagination, okay? Because you are more powerful than any, oh, my brother just burped, than any computer, okay? So you can imagine, you can create something that never has been. And let me tell you something about yourself. There's only one of you. There will never be another you. All right? There's only one. I don't care. There's 8 billion human beings on this planet, but only one of you. You are unique and special. So use your imagination and don't let anyone tell you that you're not special. All right. So the grading, read this grading because we have a contract. That's why you got to sign that MOU, accepting our contract, right? What does this contract say? Well, I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to stop share and I'm going to use my own words. This contract says that you do the assignments, okay? You complete them. You have your work, right? Everybody has their effort. You don't compare yourself to anybody else. Again, you are unique. Okay. Learn, grow. Okay. You should change by the end of the semester from your diagnostic essay to your mindful essay or your essay about the mind. You should change. Okay. And we're going to work in between there, right? Grow, learn, turn in your work, and you will get a grade of B, some variation of a B. Okay. Now, if you don't want a B, you want an A, then there are more things that you have to do to get an A, and you can read about that. Okay. And if you don't do the things for a B, you can maybe get a C, a D, or not pass the course. Well, D's not passing, right? So so just be you. Don't compare yourself to anybody. Let go of all the anxiety around writing and about sharing your thoughts. This is a safe place. This is where you do it in class. Okay. So instead of doing it out there and like, oh, I'm so afraid to say what I think, who cares? Who gives a shit? Okay. Share your thoughts. I want to know. You're here to learn and grow. So do the course. All right. It's all right. So you do that. Show me your growth. Show me your learning. You got to write a college level essay. You got to show me that you have reading comprehension. That's your journal. And that you can do research. We'll come to that part later. All right. So let's go back and share. I know this video is hella long, guys, but oh effing well. Okay. I'm trying to get through everything. Get through everything. Okay. So this is what I expect, right? You meet with your coach, you turn in your work, you log in at least twice. Okay, nothing has to be perfect. Remember, it's a progress. Okay, this is what you got to do if you want to get an A, right? You're going to have to write more. Okay, and you're going to have to choose from this list of things. And there's no links there yet because we're going to read these things together and talk about them. Okay, and you're going to have to submit a proposal to me. Okay, and to pass this course, you need a portfolio. Okay, you cannot pass this course without a e-portfolio. Okay, we'll talk about that later. Late work, I don't take it. Attendance, okay? Hey, read it. You got to log in at least twice and do all the assignments. Okay, for the 25th, right? Okay, so now be present, be here. This is what I'm saying. I know it's hard to do a class on the internet. It's easy to, I'll put it off, I'll do it later. All right? Don't put it off. Don't do it later. Give yourself 2 hours a day or break it up. Okay? Break it up into time increments. Okay? But give yourself some time to devote to your mind. All right? To your growth. To if To me, if you're taking this class, it's telling me that you want to change, right? Well, if you want to change, you got to put the work in. All right? Change and grow. Academic integrity. Don't cheat. You don't have to cheat because you're only writing about yourself. Don't cheat. And using chat AI is cheating. Okay? You don't have to do that. Grow and learn, right? So I keep saying that grow and learn. And why not cheat? Oh, I can do it the easy way, right? Well, at some point, you're going to be asked to speak your education, as I am speaking my education to you, right? You're going to be asked to show what you have learned, right? From inside of you. You're going to have to speak at some point in your educational journey. So start now by getting it inside of you, working on your mind. Technology. Hey, guys, I'm old. Okay, look at all this gray hair. I'm an old lady. I have to have my in-person students help me with my cell phone. So I'm not good at technology. Okay, if you tell me you're having problems, take a screenshot of it for me, send me a Canvas message, and I'll do what I can to send it to the admin. And there's also a student help desk link. And here's the link right here. Here's some resources. This is stuff for you. Resources are things that help you. Okay, like student support services, like counseling, like the student food pantry, like academic tutoring, like financial aid, like childcare, campus safety, student handbook, students' rights and responsibilities, nuts and bolts, a grammar link, an MLA link, right? And this is our course calendar, right? This calendar is subject to change. I'm not going through that, right? But there it is. There's our syllabus. So let's go back home. Let me stop. All right, guys. So this video, I wanted to make a 5-minute video, but I made a long, I made a long video for you. Okay. So let's have a great semester together. All right. And I hope that every person's name that I read off for who I want to meet, I hope each and every one of you successfully completes this course. All right. So you're in the right place. All right. Mwah. I look forward to meeting you in the ethers, in the Zoom, yo. All right, let me stop. Have a good day, everybody, and have a great semester.